Nice. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and get started.
Take us away there, John.
Welcome back to the Message Recap Podcast. My name is John. I am not Justin. and I'm
not Brad at all. Or Nate. So,
yeah.
But we do have a regular.
I'm still here.
Woo! Go Ashley. First lady in the house.
Ashley.
Just Ashley.
Just Ashley.
Just Ashley.
Yeah, we are not the typical podcast people. Our podcast people, Pastor Brad, is out of town in Destin.
Yep.
At a...
My bad. My soda hit the...
Some people will call that out of town. I guess it's probably not that out of town. I mean, Destin's pretty much... Is it? I thought there's like two and a half.
Actually,
It's still out of town. It's not Pensacola.
Hour and a half?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half. Yeah, it's not that far.
But it's not the
Tallahassee's
same
3.
town. It is out of
All
town.
right, yeah, I guess you could say that. Anyway, he's on a little society
Sabbatical.
retreat. Yeah, just, getting refreshed
Get away,
with other
refreshed.
pastors. And then Pastor Justin is on a business thing in Destin, but he's not actually. Well, maybe he is. I don't know.
And Nate's not here because we fired him. So I'm just kidding, guys.
no.
Just kidding. That's a joke. It's all
Nate
a joke.
is finally doing his job. No.
He's having meetings now. So
Nate
yeah,
scheduled a meeting
He scheduled a meeting.
during
Yeah.
our podcast.
So we
Amateur.
are-
just kidding, Nate. We do love you. So
Some of us. No, just kidding. Love you, Nate. So yeah, that's what we're doing today.
So now
We're
you're
taking
stuck with the
over.
amateurs. Like,
Yeah, the people that don't know what they're doing.
don't know
at
what
all.
we're doing.
Speak for yourself.
Ashley knows what she's
Ashley
doing.
is a professional. Me and John know nothing.
Nothing at all.
So what are we going to talk about?
So today we're going to talk about a few things.
Yep.
We're going to talk about number one. We were all out of town this past week.
Yes.
We went to a conference in Dallas, Texas.
C3.
C3 conference.
Ed Young.
Ed
good.
Young, if you know who that is, I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Not really. But yeah, so we went out of town to kind of get some inspiration, information, kind of grow what we do, just kind of see what other churches do. This is, kind of was somewhat of like a training / conference thing where we get together, worship together, learn together. So yeah, we flew out on Tuesday, got there same day. Only took an hour and a half or something like that. And then we all hung out together and we went to the conference. So yeah.
Yeah, the worst part about the whole trip was that I lost to Nate in pool at the at the hotel. Well, no, it's not the worst part. Yeah, Nate cheated, so I beat myself. But I think the worst part is when I actually lost my license, and I almost didn't make it back home.
Oh,
So
where was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I still don't know. I
you get
think
home?
so. I think what happened was when we got the rental car, which is atrocious, by the way. It was the longest line ever for Avis, and so Pastor Justin said, "Let's go to a new place." So we got the rental car, and they put all of us in this little Acadia,
They
which
did.
was
It was tiny.
tiny.
Listen, no.
But we made it work.
Okay, y'all were comfortable.
I was driving, so
I decided, I was going to be nice and sit in the very back because there was, it's pretty much the trunk, if you will. These tiny seats with Nate, and we were squashed back there for
because we had to put our luggage back there too.
Yeah, we also had to put our luggage back there. So, thankfully, from the airport to the hotel and then to the church, thankfully the church was like, the hotel was right behind the church. So it wasn't very far to travel for most of this, but yeah.
Yeah. So what happened is that it was the car, the rental car is in Justin's name. So, but I have control issues. I would rather drive anywhere we go. So, I was thinking, okay, I'll just take out my license and I'll give it to them. And then Brad and Justin were like, well, we probably need Justin's license. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I took my license and I put it in the little carrier, whatever up front, whatever it is. And so I guess I just left it there all week. And so then we're literally getting into the line. And I'm blaming Tiff. I'm like, babe, where'd you put my license? And she's like, I haven't even touched it. I go, it's gone. And so
So it must be her fault.
it's always her fault. It's always a woman's fault, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah, and so shout out to Dallas or DFW Airport. Number one, the worst TSA line I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Was it just slow?
Terminal B was awful.
They had two agents for 20 gates.
Yeah, 2 agents for 20 gates.
Yeah, we were just I don't know. We were in line for about an hour. Y'all
was terrible.
y'all were longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, the scariest thing though, Tiffany was standing right next to me, and all I heard was, "What in the world is she doing?" And I'm like,
Oh, that
"Babe,
lady, that girl.
who are you talking about?" And she goes, "Don't make a big scene. Just look behind me." And I'm like, "Okay." So you know how you try to stretch and do whatever. So I turn, no joke. There's this girl behind us, and she's doing this. Her eyes are closed, and she's like channeling energy, doing like this the whole time. And then she's like spinning in circles. And I'm like, I hope she doesn't get on our plane. Like I'm just going to start praying in tongues right now. But
out.
it was crazy. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah. So. But anyways, but they were cool. I had to fill out some extra paperwork to prove that I was there. Oh, this is the most embarrassing part of the trip. So, so we had Tiff and I had carry-on bags as well. So because I didn't have my license, they had to do all this double checking, right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what they did was I go through. Then they pull my luggage out, which is my carry-on, and so they had to go through it. Well, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. You go through whatever. Little did I know, my wife put all her undergarments in there, and I bought her this little sparkly type thing to travel with for her makeup bag. The lady opens it up, and all of a sudden she sees this big sparkle thing, and she pulls out my wife's bra, and she looks at me, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm married. That's my wife. I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm whatever. And she just kind of goes, okay, and just starts rumbling through all my baggage. And so, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but I made it home. Made it safe.
Yeah.
So they let
yeah.
you fly without your license.
They did.
They did.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, it took an extra 40 minutes or something like that
Oh,
for
yeah,
you
it
to
was
get through it
terrible.
all. But yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous.
went and got a new license yesterday. Spent 3 hours in line just to get a new license.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but C3 conference was good.
Ash, how did you do? I mean, yeah, we were over here talking about us being out of town. Ashley wasn't able to go for other reasons.
No.
But how were you doing this past week? We didn't really
Good.
talk to you about it.
Without us.
Everybody was out of the office, so I worked from home.
Oh,
Was,
air quotes.
All right, so
I hope Pastor Brad's watching this. Yeah,
you see it here first.
no, I was working as much as y'all were working. Okay, let's just be honest.
I mean,
I worked. I did. I was up
I think we
here
were all working.
Wednesday morning with Miranda.
so what'd you do Tuesday then? Because
I worked from home.
work for
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
from my
Quote,
couch.
unquote.
I did. I did work from
Quote
home.
unquote. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye to your phone.
Yeah, bye. My phone's down.
It's gone.
Yeah. I
Cool.
was just lazy.
Lazy.
Lazy with my dogs.
Sweet.
Good for
Watched.
you.
I binged watched Traders again.
That show
So
is,
no, don't.
it's dumb.
It is so good.
It's not.
It is so good.
Tell me one.
I've never even
thing-
heard of traders.
It is amazing.
Give me a reason why I should watch it because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's not a good.
Is it like
Actually-
Suits?
Yeah.
No,
You
I
have
have
to-
seen it
okay.
because I saw.
Like real life Clue.
Yes, that's amazing. I
Is
love
it the
Clue.
one with the celebrities or whatever?
Some
Is that the one you're
some
watching?
Are celebrities and
Savannah
some are,
watches it, I think.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
I text her about it.
Yeah. So I had ended up watching half an episode or something like that
Mm-hmm.
because I took my AirPods out and she was watching it at 10 o'clock at night and I'm like, what are you doing? What is this? Yeah, it looked really dumb, but
No,
I'm looking up. I'm looking it up
anyways,
now.
it's very good.
I feel like it would probably be better without the celebrities.
I mean, some seasons it's just regular people,
I feel like the regular people would
Yeah.
probably make that.
and it's mainly regular people because they have a U.S. version, Australia, New Zealand, they have different countries that have their own version, and it's just regular people in those.
Huh.
Yeah,
right on.
It's
And it's
so
been going for
good.
3 seasons. I see.
The U.S. version, yeah.
The U.S. version has. Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to try out the ones where it's not the celebrities because that bothered me.
Yeah.
Well,
traitors.
Boston Rob was on this. I remember seeing
Yes.
Boston Rob.
He's the best.
It's all the people from the other reality games.
Yeah, it's like Survivor, Big Brother, which I never watched. Housewives. It's like those types of celebrities.
Which I saw a friend of mine, River. He was doing a promo shoot with Boston Rob recently.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't even know who that is.
so he's kind of a big deal when it
You
comes
didn't
to
watch
Survivor.
I did, but
Apparently not that.
not that serious about it. So, was he on Survivor? Okay,
He's a legend on Survivor. Like
'Cause he
the
survived?
best. Huh?
because he survived.
He's won a few times. Yeah, he's played 5. He lives over in Perdido
Oh,
Yeah.
and he won it.
a couple times.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah, he's from Boston.
he's from Boston. That's
Yeah,
why I
that's
call
why
him
they call
Boston
Boston
Rob.
Rob, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So that's what I did.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many times have you watched?
So I've watched I've watched all of them, all the countries, and then I watched all of the
Yeah.
U.S.
You really are a real 5, aren't you?
And then I am, and then I binge watched season 1 again, and now I'm on season 2.
Well,
That's a lot,
yeah.
but I've done that with Suits as well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I do
I
that
know.
with shows too. So it's like, stuff I'm interested in.
But good shows, apparently.
You would like it, and I think you're coming to my house next week for the finale party. So
I am.
that's what's. Maybe Savannah's gonna leave you at home.
Yeah, she more than likely is going to leave me with them kids. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she's gonna like stay home.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
It was good.
it was a good time that we had out.
What would you say your biggest takeaway from the conference was? They were creative.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, number one, that conference and that church is based off of a very creative. They have a creative pastor. They have creative teams. They they vibe off of things that they're pushing the envelope with it when it comes to church.
Yeah.
They did really cool stuff. Some things are questionable, but for the most part, they definitely did like a lot of really cool, creative worship videos, things that kind of inspired you. For the most part, bringing some of that home is something to look forward to. But I would say my biggest takeaway, and nothing against C3. By the way, and nothing against the church that we went to. It's a mega church, by the way. I don't have to say the name. Yeah. They were pushing their conference global
affiliation,
network affiliation
Yeah.
quite a bit, and even integrated it into a. I won't go into. They integrated it into a testimonial, which I wasn't in love with, just because of the way that came out. But
How it came across.
how it came across,
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're not in the elite, that's a legitimate word that they use. If you're not in the elite, then what are you doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it was just a lot of that going on. But for us, we don't necessarily we didn't need that or anything. Right. So it's like but we're also looking at it from a perspective of a different conference outlook. We've been to other conferences before. Other conferences have something similar, but you don't have to pay into it. So yeah, just. It was just one big advertisement is what it felt like, but that's okay. There was still, God still moved. There were still people who got saved, still people who were actually even baptized on the nights that they had like these what are they called, C3 nights, where they brought in even people who were not a part of the conference and were just a part of the service.
It's like 75 people got baptized that night?
There's a lot. I don't remember the amount,
That was
but
really good.
Awesome.
yeah, so it was still good, but it that was a little off-putting to me. But whatever. What was your takeaway?
I like what Pastor Brad posted, that going to those type of conferences, you can walk away thinking we still got so much to do. But Tiff and I sat in a couple of the processes and structure things for teams and stuff like that. And so we walked away with this big encouragement, like we're not very far off. And so
We're actually not.
With number one, and I'm not saying it because he's our boss and writes a paycheck, but the way that Pastor Brad communicates, I just don't believe here at TC are people that we actually know what we have in Pastor Brad, when it comes to his leadership and his communication style. And so
That's true.
It's when you sit and listen to all these other communicators, you're just kind of like, we have one of the best. And so, and not just for his communication style, but also just the team, his leadership. Yeah. But I'm even looking at with Kyle, with running sound and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, we have a phenomenal team, and we're just not far off from being at that level to where our church is going to grow past that. We get, we're about the goal is that 2,000 member mark, and then the 2,500 or 3,000, whatever that is. And so it was really, really encouraging, for that. So.
It was good to see, it was good to feel. Like, it was one of those moments where I think us as a team all looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we actually are not that far from this, This is a mega church we're talking about with a ton of people on staff. So, so it's just, it's encouraging.
Yep. I even challenged Pastor Brad. I was like, what if we did this for like smaller churches, for folks that are trying to break that 500 member mark? What if we do something like this and to help other churches grow and stuff like that? And so, it's an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe like a roundtable session.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I know Kyle's not on a mic necessarily, but Kyle was there as well. But we can ask you, what was your takeaway, Kyle? Anything? Nope.
Put him on the spot.
No.
Doesn't want to talk. It's fine. No. We all talked while we were there.
Yeah.
I definitely took away something. But yeah. So, we came back. We flew back in on Friday. Got to relax for just a little bit, and
couple
then
hours.
and just kind of spending time with family. That's what I did. I spent time with my family, and then
my kids abandoned me. Bad.
Oh, well, that's something you
got home, and my kids like on the way home. Hey, Dad, there's a youth conference happening in town. Can we go? And I'm like, and on the outside, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, I love it. But on the inside, I'm like, I've been gone all week. You don't want to spend time with your own father? So, but no, it was good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got through the weekend, and then Sunday came, and we had 2 guest pastors and speakers, Pastor Carrie and Megan, from the Movement Church in Orange County, California. They brought a great word on 5 keys to a killer marriage. Yep. And they, definitely gave us some good bullet points. Some people felt it was a little much, but to me, I felt like it was great. My wife wasn't in the service; she was shadowing at a different serve location. So during that time frame, I was texting her and all the points, all the key points, and so she was asking me questions about them. I was just filling her in. But so what was your takeaway from Pastor Carrie and Megan's message on Sunday?
I tell you the first one, and I tried to use it really the last couple of times, last few days, was the right time equation. Time out, regulate, set a date, and then within 24 hours.
Dude, I love that. And
I thought that was freaking fantastic.
Yeah, I took a photo of that because I didn't feel like texting it. I just took a photo of it on the screen. I just didn't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
And I just sent it to her. I was like, yeah, this is great. Conflict resolution right here. Let's do that for certain things. Because, obviously, how long have you and Tiff been married?
This year's 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Old. Wow. So, wow. Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah. So, Savannah and I, we're coming up on, I think, 14 years. So we don't have 20 years under our belt, but there are definitely things that we've tried in the past, things that have been successful and have not necessarily been successful when it comes to certain things. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I think that really just makes a lot of sense. So I sent it to her.
No, it was great. Tiff and I, and see, here's the thing. He talked about that for marriage, but I took it as what I need to do better with my children. And so Tiff and I do that very, very well. That's what we established early on in our marriage because I was an idiot and I didn't want to talk with her whenever we had an argument. And so mainly because I knew all of her weaknesses and all of her insecurities. And so I can be a narcissist. And so I could cut her with my words. And so I would avoid her. And so early on in the marriage, within the first 2 years, we set that rule like, hey, we're going to come back and talk about it within 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. So that's been killer. But for me, I noticed that I wasn't doing that well with my children. And so now I'm like, dang, I got to get better at that. So, but it was good.
Yeah. Ash,
But
what'd you take away from the message?
Mine would probably be the tone and timing, for sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
that
was
is
a really
good.
good one.
Yeah.
Because, you guys, you men.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, hold
Wait,
on.
wait, no. This is supposed to be what God convicted you about, not.
Hold on now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it was more of like, yeah, that's really good. Of like the tone. You don't realize your tone
No.
when you're saying stuff. And it's like, oh, that's how you heard it. And it's like, no, yeah, that's how you said it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean,
But I've never experienced that with you before, within your leadership around here. So, but.
No, I'm sorry, I meant in marriage.
Oh, just in
Yeah,
marriage.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
in
it.
marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Savannah's the same way. She always tells me all the time that sometimes I can be really direct when it comes to certain things, and she's like, "Okay, I didn't like that at all," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, I just said it normally." So there is such a thing as tone. You may get in your head a little bit and may think that you don't actually sound the way that you
Yeah.
sound. But it's something that I've tried to work on, and I continue working on it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good point, Ash. But I don't know if that's something that you deal with necessarily as much as.
Mine is more timing because I'm an internal processor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it's like friendships and relationships, I internalize it more and like process it. But if it's between like me and Brad, I'm like, oh no, like we're gonna talk about this right now. And I gotta get better of like,
Yeah.
okay, give it time and then we'll come back to it.
See, Tiffany's is tone, but mine is timing. But not because I'm an internal processor, but when Tiffany's like, once we deal with it, I want to bring it back up again because something else reminds me again. And so my
Yeah,
timing
no.
is bad because I'm like, well, last time this happened or last time this was going on. And so hers is
You
tone.
already moved past it. You
I
can't
know
bring it
we
back
have,
up.
but yet at the same time, I'm like, if we want to fix it, then this is what's causing it. And so that's my biggest thing.
You
Is
mean like
like,
it wasn't fixed.
it
Y'all
wasn't
just, like-
fixed, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not because of her; it's because of me. I just like, okay, well, yeah, and I'll
Gotcha.
internal, I keep going, but yeah, my timing isn't great at all at times, and so because I'm always want it done now or on my time frame. So, but
Yeah. I mean, marriage is it's not an easy thing to navigate, but we can make it easier on each other if we just do some of the things that we're supposed to do. And
absolutely.
Work together.
Yeah, work together. And it's really easy to think your spouse is at fault for whatever happened, but at the end of the day, like one of the things that I love Brad says all the time is like that's just not the hill you want to die on. So it's like there are certain things that you should let go and but also not necessarily ignore. So confront as much as you can, but don't come into it with a bad attitude.
A
'Cause then
healthy
it's-
confrontation.
Healthy confrontation is definitely a key in marriage. So
Well, I think one of the biggest lessons I learned even here, coming here 2 years ago, was I always thought that if you have a confrontation, there has to be conflict no matter what. But you can have a healthy confrontation that doesn't equal conflict at
Yeah.
all whatsoever. And so that's yesterday was a good reminder that our Sunday was. So
and in a healthy environment, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an unhealthy environment,
oh
no.
yeah,
It still feels like conflict.
Yeah. we've all been there before. And so
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that like not related to marriage, but kind of related, is the very first time that Ashley got a glimpse of the way that Brad, Justin, and myself would talk to each
Oh,
other.
my gosh.
She thought that we were about to all fight, and like that's
We were
not.
in a meeting and like how direct they were being with each other. And I was like, okay, guys, let's all take a breath.
she got so
Like,
uncomfortable. She
I
thought
was very uncomfortable. I was like, this is how y'all talk? Like, just because they're all so direct. And I was like, are y'all mad? Like,
Yeah.
are y'all mad at each other? And they're like, no, we're fine. What are you talking about? And I was like, if this was happening to me, I would be on the floor. Like, oh my God, what is happening?
Well, what's funny is like Brad's just over there chilling. He's just
Yeah.
like, he's just chilling.
Not
He's like
bothering them
listening
at
to
all.
everything, kind of being like, all right, yeah. And then me and Justin are like, we're having a
like
serious
bantering,
conversation.
Yeah.
we're having a serious conversation, but it's not like we're yelling at each other or being mean or rude to each other. We're just actually like, we're on the same, level.
Yeah,
And,
like one of them would say something, the other one would be like, no, that's not how it is. Da, 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 da. And the other one would be like, no, I don't agree. And I'm like, oh my God. Over here, like, okay, everybody, like, let's be nice.
Yeah, and then I just saw Brad look over at Ashley and be like, it's fine. It's fine. Let him finish, and we'll talk. So it's just one of those things where, like, it's not necessarily a conflict, but we're definitely, talking through the things that we need to talk through.
Right.
And I think that, I think that we've become more aware of some of the things that, like, we do. We don't think about it in the sense of it being bad, but, like, now that we have other people on staff and Ashley's on staff and everything else, it's like some of the things that we say and do are a little different than we used to be. So, and again, it wasn't a bad thing. It was just the way that we all had conversations. So
Yeah, the first time I heard you and Nate have a good dialogue, I was like, holy crap, somebody's about to get fired. Like, it was like within my first month or two here, and I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, old Nate likes to buck the system. So,
but you guys were disagreeing about something, and I'm sitting back in my chair, and I look back out of the room, and you guys are just talking, and then within like 3 minutes, though, you're high-fiving, laughing, and carrying on.
I remember that, and I was like,
oh my God. So...
Yeah, Nate and I have a very interesting relationship. Yeah, I mean, God love him. It's one of those things where, like, you never want to interject your feelings or emotions into when it comes to certain things, especially with ministry.
Right.
We don't have, one of the things I learned early on is that we don't have the ability to drop into our emotions when it comes to leading people. And we just have to think through things as clear as we can, look at the reality of the situation before you make any conversation or make any decisions. So... But it kind of goes hand in hand with marriage, right? I think you could be a little bit more vulnerable in your marriage, and the cameras aren't on when it comes to your marriage. So there are things that you say and do that you regret at times. No one's perfect, but as long as you have healthy resolution to what you're working on, it all works out. So,
what was another part of the message that you resonated with that you really liked?
72 hours.
72 hours. That's right. That's right. If you want to know more about that, go back and watch it.
Yeah. So no,
Lord is good.
It was a good point.
Shata.
It was a good point.
So,
other people thought that it wasn't a good point for the younger people in the room, but honestly, at the end of the day, like we're looking at what would be a healthy marriage. So that's a reality of a healthy marriage.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Ashley isn't necessarily going to talk about it.
No, because her face is red right now.
Oh my gosh, they're talking about something that's so bad.
no, I don't think it's bad. It's just awkward.
We're all married.
I know.
You're married. I'm married. He's married.
It was more awkward, like I was telling y'all earlier, when I saw Pastor Dan's post on Facebook. It just said 72 hours. If you know, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's your father-in-law.
My father-in-law was talking about 72 hours.
Hey, we all have that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how your husband got here. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Oh my God.
But no, what I thought was neat is that even when we got home, I was talking to the kids about the message, and they were just like,
16
they're
now.
16. They're 16, and they're like, Dad, the message was freaking fantastic. Like we loved it. And so, and even last night, I met a girl at Will's weightlifting, whatever. She's 17. She's a senior, and she's been coming to the church for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And she goes, I go to another church for Wednesday nights because of my friends are there. She says, but I come here on Sundays because the message is just so awesome and I can understand it. Yeah. Awesome. And she said, and even this last Sunday, it was really, really good. You know? And I was like, great, that's awesome. So, but anyway.
Yeah. So one thing that, I don't know if maybe Pastor Brad said it on Sunday, but Pastor Carrie and Megan are overseers for us as a church.
Yep.
Different title now, but it's okay.
Yeah, Pastor Carrie is.
Pastor Carrie is an
He's the
overseer.
overseer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like our bylaws don't have that word anymore.
Oh.
It's called something different, but whatever.
Got it.
Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, maybe Pastor
They help
Carrie.
lead Pastor Brad.
Yeah.
They know that.
They
and
do.
so,
So we that's the reason why we had him, come in and do the message. So yeah.
yeah, he was great. I mean, I thought the energy was great. He was funny. I like the way he sang at the very end. Jesus at the center of it all. He did good with that. So,
Indeed. It's very good.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Now this week, is it our last Sunday, right?
This
For
Sunday, yep.
Sushi, Sex, and Subtitles.
Last Sunday of the series.
Last Sunday.
Sunday.
Super pumped about that. What's our next series coming up?
Real talk.
Real Talk.
Yep.
Ooh, what's
That
that
was a
about?
good one.
It is a very well. I can tell you what the look is. The look is
Yeah.
very urban,
Okay.
but it's basically getting down to the real conversations that we have to have. The real
awesome.
real topics that come up in our life. So yeah, it's gonna be very good. Pastor Brad always kills it every time we do it. We haven't done it. How long has it been? It's been a while.
Is that kind of like the you asked questions?
No,
Okay.
it's different. So I think the last time we did it, and I could be wrong, but I think the last time we did it was in 2018.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So,
Did it at DeSoto?
did we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was 2018.
that was 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be around that time. Yeah, because actually, Real Talk was the very first sermon series I put together for graphically
Let's go.
for the church. So, yeah,
Is it a different look this time?
it is a little bit.
A little bit.
It still has that urban vibe.
Yeah.
But it's things change. So
It's changed.
yeah. Shout out to Chris Carty, who is our lighting guy. Also, he's just a
He's our production coordinator.
production coordinator. He just
dude.
serves. He's not technically on staff, but we like to consider him like one of those that are pretty much, if he's not getting paid to do it, but he's pretty much here all the time. And
He works way more hours than Nate.
he's
Just kidding, Nate. We love you.
Yeah, I've been collaborating with him recently, and he's been doing a lot of really cool backgrounds. If you've noticed on the screen, this
screens,
was
yeah.
not for me. This is all Chris Carty. He's been
amazing.
putting
Yeah, he's doing
together these
awesome.
really cool backgrounds, and we've been collaborating on some stuff together on that. And I just think he's one of those rare breeds
He's a
that he loves what he does. He loves what he does for us. And shout out to that dude, man.
Yeah, man.
He
He's
kills
amazing.
it. So
Shout out to Cardi.
yeah. So Ashley, apparently we have a game this week.
Always.
Oh, okay.
Let me get it.
I gotta
Always.
get prepped.
Do we know what it is? Because I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
No.
me either.
So-
It's an Easter egg.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for Easter. So this is what I found. So you're both gonna have. Show yours, John. I can't get
Okay,
the top.
I'm gonna show mine. I guess we
A
have.
giant Easter egg, and then inside is 10 little Easter eggs. Okay.
Okay.
So we're doing trivia. So as you get one right, you're gonna take an egg out, and then the first one to get 10 answers wins.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So, but we're gonna do it to where whoever says the answer fastest.
Oh Jesus!
First.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm real
Who's
bad at
keeping
these.
score?
Your eggs will keep score.
Okay.
What is it?
So you'll hold this and then just take your eggs out and put them there as you go.
Where's your eggs?
I know all the answers.
Oh, this is us.
Oh, it's just me and you.
It's me and you.
Yeah.
All right.
You too.
All right. Well, this is gonna be real bad.
I wish you
Yeah.
could see the eggs, but
They can if they hold them up.
there you go.
Yeah. Here's
Okay.
the eggs. Oh, lost one.
Jesus.
I'll try to put numbers on screen.
I can't. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, it's down there. That's the little green one.
All
Okay,
right, I guess
so
I'm
this
getting
is
up.
gonna be.
Yeah. Hold on.
Don't try to be winning already.
Oh, there's my
So
son.
this is. Hey, Will.
Go away, kid. No, I'm
Go
just
away.
kidding.
Go lift weights.
Basic trivia.
Okay.
It could be entertainment, history, geography.
So I'm probably gonna know nothing because my brain wasn't ready for this. But here we are.
So-
Mine either.
We're doing a new thing, so Kyle's gonna split the screen so we can see both of y'all's face at the same time.
Okay.
So, and it's whoever says it first. Whoever says it first. All right. Number one. You ready?
Yep.
How many items are in a baker's dozen?
12.
No.
24.
No.
I really don't know.
That's easy. That's one of the easiest ones.
Oh my God.
A
Well,
baker's dozen? You've never heard that?
no. Do we cook? Do you cook?
I don't.
Okay.
yeah.
Neither one of y'all get. It's
No.
13.
13.
Because the baker always makes an
'cause
extra
he
one for
always makes an
himself.
extra. Okay. Yeah,
So a dozen is 12, 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna
Wow.
lose.
This
Yeah.
is
not gonna be a
This
good
is
one.
not it.
Okay.
Kyle knew that.
Here we go.
Gosh, you're smart.
Who invented the telephone?
Edison.
No.
Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
Say the whole thing.
Who should we give it to? Rick got it.
But you didn't know
Pastor
the whole
Ric got
name.
it.
It's okay. I still said Bell.
All right. What is 3 times 3 times 3?
27.
Yes.
God, dude,
good
I
job.
could not think.
All right. What is the name of the actor who played Jack in Titanic?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, dude.
John,
I knew this. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna kill it. Yeah, he's gonna
Good
kill
job. All right. What is a group of crows called?
it. Oh, I know this.
You know
A
this.
murder.
Yes, a murder.
A murder? Mm-hmm. Wow. Didn't know that.
I'm an emo kid.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
All right. Who gave the U.S. the Statue of Liberty?
France.
Yep.
Good job.
Good job.
If you would ask who won the Alamo, I would know that.
I
So,
found out that it may have. I actually found out that it may not have been France. It may have been some other country.
Oh.
But it is
No.
France?
Like those TikTok things that you go down. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The rabbit holes. Yeah. All right. This one you may not know exact, so we'll just see who gets the closest.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
How many feet are in a mile?
Hold on.
Guys.
The quote's coming to my head from Remember the Titans.
What is it?
You're going to run every last one of them, Petey. That's all I remember.
Oh, I thought you meant the answer was in the quote.
3,258.
No,
I don't know.
Is it around 3,000?
no,
No.
Is it?
Thir- 13,000? I don't know.
no. All right, 5,280.
5,280.
280.
Yeah,
Got
I
it,
would not
yeah.
have gotten that because I don't care enough about feet.
Yeah. I don't want to run.
This is why we need the
Nobody wants to. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, which country is the largest in the world?
Asia,
No,
the continent. Country.
We're talking about landmass or
Population. Yeah, that's a.
no, landmass. What's the largest?
Australia? Is that a continent? Or is it Australia? Country?
Country.
Is it Australia?
No,
No.
that's probably one of the smallest.
Really? I thought it was pretty big. It looked pretty big.
You ready?
Iceland? Greenland?
Canada.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Antarctica?
Other side of the world. Go to the other side.
Europe. It's not a country.
All right, it's Russia.
Russia.
Come
oh,
on,
I was so
guys.
close. Yeah.
I don't care about Russia.
Samsonite. I was way off.
All right, which fictional city is the home of Batman?
Gotham.
Yeah, you got that one.
John, I thought you were gonna get that.
I know.
All right,
I'm not a
Rick, how many do
DC
you
fan
have?
though.
4.
Oh, I thought you had more than that.
Nope. We got a long way to go.
Okay, golly. Y'all gotta start getting some questions. I'm running out of questions. What do you call a baby goat?
Baby goat.
Baby goat.
I have no idea, dude.
I don't know. Let's go ask Old McDonald. I don't
Do you know? No. It's a kid.
Kid. But I do want a fainting goat, though. I think those would be cool to have.
All right. Where does the Muffin Man live according to the nursery rhyme?
Drury Lane.
Good job. Yep.
Good job.
Now you have to sing it for us.
Nope.
All right. How many do you have?
3.
What is the fourth planet from the sun?
Them snuff. Mercury,
Mars.
Venus. Mars. You ever see Saved by the Bell where he goes Vim Snuff and that's how he names it all?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Bimschnuff.
Well, I got
Venus
it.
stuff.
So it
Mercury,
was Mars.
Venus, yeah.
I got it. Yay. You know the reason why I know that? It's because of the third rock from the sun
Ah.
TV show. No? Okay.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look up some more questions because I thought you for sure.
I am so sorry. We're tied
we're
now.
Yeah.
terrible,
know
but we're
that.
tied. How about we just go to 5 and this last one wins?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's gonna be a good one?
Yeah, go back and watch the Saved by the Bell thing. That's how Screech taught Zach Morris to memorize that Vim Snuff. It's a Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and however you spell it. So
Okay, this is very easy.
okay,
So it's whoever gets to the fastest. What do caterpillars turn into?
butterflies. That was a tie.
You think a tie?
Yeah.
How many legs do spiders have?
8.
Another tie.
In SpongeBob SquarePants, what animal is Squidward?
Octopus.
Yep.
Yeah. I've never watched SpongeBob. Never. Squid.
I don't know. This
Squid.
says octopus.
Oh,
I think he's an octopus.
Squid. His name is Squidward.
Yeah, you would think, but I think he's an octopus.
I think that was like the joke is like he's an octopus, but his name's Squidward.
Good job, John.
Good job, John. You won by watching a cartoon.
A box of Slim Jims.
Hey!
Snap into a Slim Jim, brother. Yeah. Listen, I don't know a lot of things, so for me to win that,
You
It's
always
huge.
have so much random trivia about like weather, meteorology, like
I got a lot.
Meteorology,
I know
yeah.
a lot of
I'm like,
stuff.
weather,
Yeah.
meteorology,
I know a lot
other
of
stuff that has to do.
Yeah,
not
I know a
just
lot of
weather.
stuff about like random crap. I don't know like the normal stuff. Not all of those. Most of those are not that random.
It's like basic trivia.
The goat one was pretty random. I don't.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of a
I
kid.
I don't give a crap about your kids.
Did you know that before you?
Yeah,
Okay.
kid.
I've never.
I'm just kidding. I care for your kid. So I don't know
You
whose
got-
kid that is, but
Well, this has been fun.
It's been real. It's been fun.
It ain't been real fun.
Next week we'll have Pastor Justin and Pastor Brad back, and Nate, and so it'll be a lot better. So John, tell everybody where they can go to find out information about our church.
well, guys, you can go to Transformation Pensacola for all of our social medias as well as our YouTube channel, and I think that's really it, right? Oh yeah, transformationchurch.com.
Yeah.
Our normal website. Or, the people
Yeah.
that actually watch and are part of our church, go to mytc.life for everything that you need to know.
That's right.
So I don't really
and
know where else to go.
TikTok because we have.
We are
viral
blowing
video.
up.
There is a viral video right now that is on TikTok that is a Pastor Brad
thousand views.
reel
Crazy.
from one of his messages.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Kian.
Kian.
Come
He's
on.
killing it.
Kian's
Kian-
killing it.
If you don't know Kian, you should. He is very eccentric, but he is one of the coolest people I know. And he also puts together some really rad videos. So he's on our team.
Toast.
Oh, I was
So,
gonna say, something smells like
love
it's
it.
burning.
Yeah. I have been super impressed with Kian's work.
Dude,
I
It's
mean,
awesome.
just
He has
he's
another
killing
video
it.
that he
He's
just
six-
posted that's over 1,000 views already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 16 years old, and he is one of the highest performing videographers I've seen at that age.
Yeah, he's great.
So,
Great job, Kian.
Great job, Kian. So-
We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. So,
All right.
all right, guys.
That's it. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.